Hi there, it's Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com here with the, so I said I'd try another version with Battlefield Thaumaturge and launch the fleet. Unfortunately, I have to cut down to just a few Battlefield Thaumaturge to make this deck really useful because it doesn't get the most synergy out of a lot of these cards. Just Ajani's Presence is one of them. But this is the one with First Response. First Response is actually going to be in the sideboard. But this is for Acro and Crusader. This helps our deck out a lot by giving us a 1-drop. Now, we do only have a few ways, mana source-wise, 10 ways for us to get it out on first turn. But even if we have to get it later on, it's not that bad. So we're going to use the Chivalric Battlefield Forge Mana Confluence for the First Response combo. And then Crusader and then a Jeskai Charm makes this deck a lot better. And Annex and Sidemeat actually isn't too bad either. I don't know if you'd want another Jeskai Charm, but we just want to give another little shout out to Theros Block and Heroic to make this deck more flavorful. We'll go ahead. We have a match ready. We'll go ahead and play and see how well it does. I don't expect this deck to do the greatest. I think we keep this. I don't necessarily hate or like this. Actually, I hate this now and look at my mana base. That was a terrible keep because we can't even cast the Vanguard. Give me a Blossoming Sands. And we unfortunately draw into another presence. We have a low land count too. I think almost every land except for another Reef can cast our Vanguard though. So we have good outs as far as lands are concerned. Another Blossoming Sands. That was a terrible draw. We'll go ahead and just pass the turn. The double white is an issue. There are only five lands in our entire deck, and we drew 2 of them. That cannot make a white. Still no play on our opponent. And there we finally get a Crusader, which I think we can protect now with the white source. So if he decides to try to kill it, I could have just Defiant Strike there, but I think we just wait. And our opponent does not play a card. Not quite sure there's anything with just white that he can do here. So we'll just get a free card through the Defiant Strike. And now I would still like to protect my guys, but it seems like we're in decent shape with a double white now to get out the Vanguard, and if he kills it, he kills it. But we'll cast the Vanguard, and he's just F6, so I think we're okay. I have no clue what we're up against. Our opponent had a Blossoming Symposium and Forest. Could be a Siege Runner type deck. Still can't play anything with 3 mana. This is where I think we just burn our first, launch the fleet. Yeah, absolutely. And we have a safe Ajani's Presence, or God's willing to keep our guys alive. So you get to see how many tokens we end up generating here through the Launch the Fleet. Love the design of Launch the Fleet. And Defend the Hearth. Oh, it's a fog type deck. Ah. Oh well. It is going to be lethal any turn that we actually do hit. It should be lethal with all the creatures we're making. So still doesn't draw another land. That means he's got tons of cards in his hand, though. I think we'll cast the Mentor. But I'm just going to attack him with everything again. He's going to have to burn another Fog effect. And we'll play a Mentor. I guess the Ascendancy wouldn't be too terrible in this, but I think Annex and Siamede kind of has that slot. Still misses a land drop. So I'm just going to thin out here with some Flooded Strand, go find other planes. Thing is, when he's missing all these land drops, he's finding fog effects. And we'll bring in negates for that reason. We'll be able to stop the fogs and just do that one lethal attack. And just gonna be a pretty... I don't think we even need to put anything else out. Jeskai Charm is almost lethal. By itself. Let's see, it's +1/+1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it is. It actually is lethal. Just get Jeskai Charm. So if he taps out for whatever reason, we'll just Jeskai Charm and kill him. So there's the scoop. He couldn't find another land to save his life. Another launch the fleet coming up. Against this particular matchup, I'll bring in every sort of negate, because we just have to. And Disdainful Stroke might come in here. I'm not even quite sure if we need Disdainful Stroke. I just bring in the three negates or 2 negates and 3 Stubborn Denials. And here we can just go crazy with other cards. So I want to keep cards like Annex and Siamede and Jeskai Charm. They can be lethal at any point. Ramaz actually seems pretty good. He can get out of control by himself. We'd have to cut 5 cards. Ajani's Presence, I don't know if he's running any sort of sweeper. But the negates, I think Ajani's Presence can just come out for negates. Battle for the Thaumaturge gets so weak in this matchup, I don't think that it's even necessary. So we'll completely cut the Battlefield Thaumaturge. And it's the... I'll just keep 1 in here, and we'll get rid of 2 Valor Stances. And I'll submit this. This is great. We just want to protect the Monastery Mentor. There's his other source. Yeah, it's going to be a Sphinx's Tutelage Fog deck. Go ahead and crack this for an island. Or planes. Because we have another one up. So this deck also, you can see the synergy with First Response. You have all the fetch lands that can go in and deal damage to yourself to put out a token. In fact, the First Response might not have been a terrible card to put in this deck. I don't think it's worthwhile, though, because he's not trying to kill stuff. He's just trying to fog things. And I do believe we get rid of the Sphinx's Tutelage. That might mess up his plan if he doesn't have another Tutelage in his hand. Unfortunately, now we can't keep our Mentor, but you need to get rid of a 3rd turn Tutelage. That's when they're really good. So here's the Mentor. Mentor by himself can really influence the game. Tranquil Cove, he's up to a 26. Hopefully he doesn't have another Tutelage in hand. He does, but 2 Tutelages would have been too hard for us to deal with. We do get, the Mentor gets in here for some damage. I just might launch the fleet right off the bat. Yeah, now we'll definitely launch the fleet, just so we can... I don't know, I might even God's Willing on the Crusader. Just because we need to... No, it doesn't matter. So we'll launch the fleet. And it costs 1 more, so... Here. Puts out enough of aggression. We'll get him for 4, which isn't going to do much versus him. Or 5, actually. Yeah, because we get the launch the fleet token into play. And now we have like a good strategy versus him. See what he mills. Just a negate and a battlefield forge. We do need to draw into another negate for that one lethal turn. But he's going to have to fog for quite a few turns. A siege is just going to draw him an extra card per turn. But now he can't fog this turn. So do I want another... I think I do want another monk. So we'll go God's willing here. And we get a bottom the mana confluence, which now we can attack in. Not quite for lethal. Well, can we go lethal here? Let's see. So Ajani's presence can target 2 creatures, which gives us all prowess. I could put it on another Crusader. But then I'm just dead to any sort of sweeper if he has one, like a Whelming Wave. But so if I Crusader and then target 2 Crusaders. So you have 8 damage right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 damage there. If I had Ajani's presence, these become, I do an additional 3 from the Monastery Mentor. And then I will get 2 more creatures to come out. And then an additional damage from the Crusader. So 4 extra damage, 5 extra damage. So I'm going to be doing 13 damage. 1, 2, 3, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage. And get him down to an 8. I think I just hold it up. And we'll get in for 8. He is going to be milling me quite a bit per turn. So I'd hate to see Whelming Wave or the Aether Spouts. So I'm not going to do any of these like alpha attacks per turn. Battle of the Thaumaturge, I want him to mill everything but negates. I need to draw into another negate. Just gotta try and be nice too. If he's going to tap out here for a Whelming Wave, yeah, that hurts. That really did hurt. Because that puts me behind. And I don't know if I just decide to... Well, I think we get... as much pressure as possible back on the field. Whoops. Tap for the wrong mana. Phalanx Leader. And we'll attack in for just 1, getting him down to a 12. But the Siege gives him kind of an additional draw per turn to find fog effects. See what he finds. Throws away another Sphinx's tutelage. Yeah, he doesn't need the other one. He just needs to continue to find some fog. So we can't Aether Spout so far. We need that negate. Another Crusader. So attacking with everything. I'm pretty sure a fog effect will come here. And it's good he's showing me before he's using them. He should wait till I go to block phases and wait for me to do something. So we'll put out the Phalanx Leader. It's by far the most powerful one. And I think just a Crusader's fine. We might just put out both Crusaders. Should have kept up a... I couldn't have kept up white there, yeah. So any attack will be lethal. And he's got a dig. Ugh. Dig does not draw him cards, though. He just puts them into his hand. But it'll find him quite possibly a land for the Aether Spouts. All we need is the negate. If we can get that last negate in our hand and not in the graveyard, or a Stubborn Denial, either one of them, and we should just flat out win. Wish we had a way to somehow shuffle in our graveyard. Because we are getting milled quite heftily per turn. And our opponent is going to be up to 5 cards. Still doesn't find that negate, though. Or a Stubborn Denial. So we have 3 outs in our deck and 23 cards left in. Could just throw another Whelming Wave here. Yeah, there's the Whelming Wave. That one doesn't hurt us too bad. It just resets us a turn. Which is everything in this, though. So here we need to get out the most powerful cards. Kind of feel like just Crusader, Crusader, Phalanx Leader is more powerful than Mentor. We could also Mentor into Crusaders. Or just Phalanx Leader. I think we'll do a Phalanx Leader. And then pass the turn. But that second Whelming Wave really hurt me from... I don't know if I'm going to be able to erase this mill. Still doesn't find the negates, but I have to do a 1-turn lethal with negate. And right now I've got a kind of a weird setup. Another Mentor. Yeah, let's do another Phalanx Leader, another Mentor. Seems to be the most lethal. Attack just 1 Mentor. If he wants to Aether Spouts, he has to just Aether Spout 1 guy. Because he'll be in lethal range after this with just a Mentor and 2 Phalanx Leaders. And I just made it, yeah, I just made him burn a spell for just one guy. This will be very close. Feed the Clan I don't think is that necessary because we can hit for that insane amount of damage on 1 turn. We'll hit over 18 damage easily. Still have that negate. Still have the Uh-oh, there's one of the Stubborn Denials, and oh, he got them all. He just literally just milled them all right there. Because we hit a bunch of string of white cards, so it repeated itself. We're down to 5 cards. This is our only turn. We got to try to win right here. I don't think we can either. Because he mills 4 cards and we die. Well, here goes nothing. Hopefully this doesn't have anything here. I highly doubt that's the thing. Finding those double white cards right here. This Vanguard launched the fleet being right by each other. Made it repeat itself and then mill the rest of the cards. I don't think this will be quite enough damage. If he just defends one more time, if he's got a wins. And I believe that's just game. Even counter to Sphinx's Tutelage, though. So we would have had lethal. But this will mill 4 no matter what, and then I'll draw and die. And that's perfect, too, in case you didn't have another fog-type effect. Yeah, too bad I don't have a few more negate-type spells. So none of these come in, though. They're still all quite weak. I think the Battlefield Thaumaturge is quite weak, too. It can make things go crazy. I think that just a Seeker the Way might be better, even just a first response. I'm going to try this one in first response. Oh, no, Disdainful Stroke absolutely needs to come in. It can get rid of the Whelming Waves. Was there anything else that he had in his deck that Disdainful Stroke was good against? I'm going to keep one in. I know there's an Aether Spout, so we'll just keep one in. I think we keep this. We need another creature ASAP. But our opponent just snap kept. We can counter Sphinx's Tutelage again, though. But it was when he had the Tooth Sphinx's Tutelage, that was what's rough. Would die for a card that had an exile and enchantment, search their opponent's graveyard, hand, and library for a enchantment, because they can't win without Sphinx's Tutelage. Unless he does have an alternate win condition in here somewhere. Annex Aside would be good if I can. We have both 2 pump spell creatures. And that forced me to use the Flooded Strand for a white. Ugh, yeah, that is not good. Now we need that red spell. No, we need a. I'm going to Defiant Strike no matter what. And I hate to use them already. Reef is cool. Nope, we're actually going to Annex Inside me and then attack him with this Phalanx Leader. Reef was the best draw I could have drawn into, actually. But he's in great shape. If he Sphinx's Tutelage next turn, I don't know if we can get there. I'll have a huge Annex Inside me and Phalanx Leader, though. There it is. Yuck. We'll keep up the Stubborn Denial mana and probably just double Defiant Strike unless we get something better to cast here. That'll give me my blue source. Perfect. And we'll attack in for 7. He's down to a 13. We had the Stubborn Denial up. See what we mill. Oh, he repeated it too. Ugh. Now, Stubborn Denial can get rid of anything. I hope he goes greedy with just another tutelage. Okay, I think we just won here. Yeah, we won. We do enough damage. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that is enough. With the Jeskai Charm. And Defiant Strike could find us something else anyway. Huh. I wonder why he just scooped. Well, he doesn't even know what we have. He must have had just duds in his hand? Because then we go Defiant Strike on the Phalanx Leader. It pumps us up to a 3 and a 2 and a 5. So there's 8, 9, 10. And then we would have drawn Ajani's Presence. We actually could have used Ajani's Presence on another Phalanx Leader. And that would have actually been... Oh, no, that was 10. That was 13 right there with just any spell. So you can see how the deck can just go crazy. We'll play one more. This is Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching Rogue Deck Builder. If you'd like to support Rogue Deck Builder, I highly encourage buying a playmat by clicking the link to your left. Also, if you enjoyed these top 10 videos, click on the top 10 icon to see the full playlist. Also, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.